Hello everyone, my name is Adiban and I'm one of the EDD postgraduate study students at Aspen University. Today I'm going to talk about research and results as part of my dissertation, and the focus is on implementing the research study. The research study that I'm going to move forward with is to study the correlation between worsened stage 2 to 4 wounds and the COVID 19 outbreaks in long term care in Canada, which is going to be conducted at long term care homes in 3 provinces. First of all, I'm going to talk about the progress report. Um, as the dissertation coming to the near the end of the completion, this time I'm going to talk about the data that is going to be collected for the analysis of the result of the study. For the progress report, I developed a progress map that is going to identify the areas of development and how I can move forward with the timeline that I developed to finish my dissertation. During the data collection, there are some challenges and barriers that I'm going to explain it to you, and also to talk about the current status of the implementation of the study. Some of the challenges and barriers for the data collection in this dissertation is about RI-MDS, which is assessment of the health status of the residents at the long-term care centers in Canada, and I believe some of the long-term care centers in the United States. And that is the data that the quality personnel in the long-term care home enter the data into the a software that is connected to the Ministry of Health, and it will be reported on a monthly basis. So first of all, one of the challenges is to bring those RIMDS data, which is for the worsened stage 2 to 4 wounds, and code it in a way that we can conduct a correlation study between this type of data and COVID-19 outbreaks. So mainly the data will be transferred into a yes and no, which is a yes and no for about 7,800 residents that they have either worsened stage 2 to 4 or not. The other challenge or complication of the study could be coding the COVID-19 outbreaks in 3 provinces, Alberta, Manitoba, Ontario in Canada, as the status of the outbreak is a little bit different. So we are going to see if I can unify the data to be able to code it as outbreak as yes and no with an average database that is identified for the COVID-19. For example, in Alberta and Manitoba and Ontario, the number of the residents that can be declared for the outbreak are a little bit different based on the province's decision. However, I'm going to see if I can have an exception to the study to have a range for outbreak to cover all 3 provinces. And then, bring that COVID-19 reporting document, which is on a daily basis, to the Extended Care Canada. That is one of the huge organizations covering long-term care, and transfer the data into an Excel spreadsheet, and transfer data to a yes and no to be able again to have a correlation between the COVID-19 outbreak and the worsened stage 2 to 4 wounds. And also, after gathering and coding all of that, we are going to see if I can transfer the data to SPSS software to be able to run the correlation study and test the null hypothesis, which is measuring the correlation between these two to identify if there is a relationship or not. And lastly, the status of the progress of the data collection has been transferred to a timeline set that you can see in this slide, and the current status and the next step is going to be shown here. As you can see, the data will be collected from the data pool of the COVID-19 outbreaks and worsened stage 2 to 4 wounds from January to December 2022. And then in March, which is in 2023, the data of the COVID-19 outbreak will be gathered, and by April, the data will be entered into SPSS tool to analyze the correlation and test the null hypothesis. After that, I'm planning to conduct the final conclusion of the data analysis and write the discussion. I hope this timeline progress report will be helpful for some of the postgraduate students who are going to develop their studies and can be able to get some benefit out of this presentation. Thank you very much and have a nice day.